Good morning, children.
Good morning, ma'am.
Morning, ma'am.
We started with the family Solanaceae and a few characteristics we had discussed about the general features of the stem, leaves, and even flower. I think we started. So who can just tell me a few points about potato family? Sefi, just 1 point, 1 or 2 points.
Ma'am, about Solanaceae.
About the leaves, about the stem, what type of stem they have, what type of...
They have herbaceous, rarely
don't read. They are herbaceous, rarely woody
woody.
stem. Then, bring another point.
Ma'am,
Aerial,
Aerial stem. Then,
erect,
aerial and erect stem. Then, Gayatri.
yes, ma'am. About the stem, it's hollow.
They are
They
whole.
can be hairy as well as non-hairy.
Can be hollow or woody, and then what else we said? Hollow or solid, and it can be with hair or without hair. What about the leaves? When we learned about the leaves, I had shown you few samples, few specimens also. Nandana, what did we learn about the leaves?
They are usually simple.
Simple,
They
rare.
could be rarely pinnately compound.
Okay, then only that you. How are they arranged? What type of arrangement? How are the leaves arranged? Anybody? Malavika, how are the leaves arranged?
Alternately.
Alternately arranged. So let us learn more points about Solanaceae. These are the points what we already covered. So quickly we'll go through that. Mostly herbs, shrubs, and rarely small trees. Stem is herbaceous and rarely woody. Aerial stem, erect, then cylindrical, branched, solid, or it can be even hollow, hairy or glabrous. Underground stem is found in potato or Solanum. Tuberosum is a scientific name for potato. Then about the leaves, alternate, simple, then rarely pinnately compound. I hope you have an idea now what is meant by pinnately compound and palmately compound leaves. Exstipulate, what you see in the figure are the stipules, is a plant having stipules. But just to make you understand what are stipules, I showed that figure. But in Solanaceae, no stipules are found. Reticulate venation. Then floral characters, inflorescence, solitary, axillary or cymose inflorescence. They are bisexual. Then actinomorphic. Actinomorphic means what type of symmetry? Radial symmetry. Then calyx. 5 sepals are found. So calyx is the whorl which consists of sepals. So 5 sepals are there, and these sepals are fused, they are joined together. These sepals are not free, they are joined together, and they can be persistent. In some cases, even after the formation of fruit also, the calyx will remain. Then valvate estivation. So valvate estivation, you know, the appendages, floral appendages just touch each other without overlapping. About the petals, 5 petals. Petals are also united, easy to remember. United, 5 in number, estivation is valvate, both for sepals and petals. Then andrecium, 5 stamens. Everything is in the number of 5. Stamens are also 5 in number. Epipetalous. Nevin, join the class. Nevin, are you there? No. Nidhi, what is meant by epipetalous condition? What is meant by epipetalous? We learned epipetalous and epiphyllous. What is epipetalous?
Ma'am, just now I joined.
I didn't teach it now. It was taught long back.
Okay, ma'am. I know. Epipetalous means the stamen with petal, and epiphyllus means the same and with perianth.
Okay, good. But what about your video?
Ma'am, a network issue, ma'am.
Okay, okay. So epipetalous, what she said is correct. Epipetalous means here the stamens are attached to petals. Gynoecium. Bicarpellary means two carpels are found. And what is syncarpus? Malavika, what is syncarpus?
Two carpels are joined
Ah,
together.
very good. The carpels are joined together. If they are free, you call it as apocarpus. This is syncarpus, fused together. Then superior ovary, hypogynous flower or superior ovary. Bilocular means inside the ovary you can find two locules, two chambers, and it has got a swollen placenta where so many ovules are arranged. Then about the fruit. The fruit can be either a berry or it can be a capsule. So berry means just like in tomato or brinjal and all, fleshy. The fruit will be fleshy. And capsule means the fruit will be dry. So capsule is dry fruit, berry is a fleshy fruit. Then seeds are many. Many seeds can be. So even in a single fruit, you can find many seeds. Okay, and they are endospermous. So you know that when the after the fertilization or the time of fertilization, I think 10th standard you might have learned formation of endosperm. Triple fusion you have learned to form endosperm. Double fertilization, not remembering. Okay. So endosperm is actually the structure which stores food for the growing embryo. In some of the seeds, it can be retained. In mature seed also, you can find endosperm. So when endosperm is retained in the mature seeds, you call them as endospermous. But in some cases, this endosperm can be completely utilized by the growing embryo. Then you call it as non-endospermous. Okay, so in non-endospermous examples are pea, bean, and all are examples for non-endospermous. If the endosperm is retained in the mature seed, you call it as endospermous. If not, non-endospermous. Normally, non-endospermous seeds will be, the cotyledons will be very thin, and in endospermous, the cotyledons will be thick. And you know what are cotyledons? Yes? Cotyledons, you know, it is based on the cotyledons that you divide plants into angiosperms, into monocots, dicots. When two cotyledons like pea, bean, two cotyledons, rice, wheat, single cotyledon, all these you had learned in the lower classes, 9th and 10th you have learned it. Okay, so coming back to the term endospermous means here the mature seeds will retain, or the endosperm is retained. It's not fully utilized by the growing embryo. Now coming to the floral formula, you need to learn this. Floral formula. Now I'm going to ask one by one, what are the features? From this, I told you in the beginning itself, floral formula will tell you the features about the plant, the characteristic features about the four worlds. You will get an idea about its symmetry, all that you will come to know. Okay, so the first, the symmetry will be written, then the type of flower, like depending upon whether the sex organs are present in same or different flowers, then calyx, corolla, androecium, gynoecium, all those features you will get. So one by one, you need to tell me what each of these factors depict. Now all are turning back and checking the symbols. No, I think you all know. What does this indicate? Punya, what does this indicate?
Radial symmetry.
Radial symmetry. So this indicate radial symmetry. Now, what does this indicate? Anybody? Lydia. Lydia, what type of flower it is?
Male.
Male? What you understood, you can say like that. Male and? Only male?
Sperm.
Sperm. Evelyn? Evelyn?
Both sexes are present.
Both. Sania, no? Was that Sania?
Bisexual flower.
Both sexes are present. You can call it as what type of flower? What type of flower? If both
Bisexual.
bisexual. It is bisexual. Then, next symbol. You can see it clearly, no?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Anna, tell me what does the third one indicate?
Calyx.
More things are associated with that. What is that? How many calyx? Calyx means what? Number of? Calyx includes what? Anna?
Yes, ma'am.
What is present in calyx? Or when you say calyx, what is present in that layer? Calyx consists of?
I don't know, ma'am.
Gayatri, calyx consists of?
Ma'am, it has 5 fused calyx.
Did you understand my question? Calyx is made up of?
The green sepal.
What do you, what
Sepal.
petal?
Sepal.
Is. What is that, Anna?
Sepals, ma'am.
Calyx is made up of sepals. How many sepals, Anna?
5.
5. Why they are put in brackets? What do you understand if the number is inside the bracket? Who can tell me? If the number is
Cohesion.
closed in the bracket, what does that indicate?
Fusion.
Very good. Fusion of or fused, 5 fused sepals. Then, next one. Anybody? Naureen, tell me the next one. C5. Naureen, are you there? Yes.
Yes, ma'am. There are 5 corolla which are fused.
Fused. 5. What does it consist of? Naureen?
Petals.
Petals. 5 fused petals. Then, what does this indicate? A5. Anthony, A5 means what?
Andrecium.
A is andrecium. Andrecium consists of?
5.
What is there in andrecium? Andrecium is made up of? Nobody?
Stamens.
Stamens. Anthony, what are they?
Stamens.
5 stamens. Are they fused?
Yes. No.
No. So, 5 free stamens. Among the stamens, there is no fusion. Then, one more thing you can see. What does this indicate?
Petals and stamens are fused.
Petals and stamens are fused together, or you can say stamens are attached to the petals. And the last one, G2. Who will tell that? Anybody?
Gynoecium is superior.
Gynoecium is superior, and one more thing is given in bracket.
Bicarpellary.
Bicarpellary, and those 2 carpels are fused. Got it? So this is how we get an idea about the plant from the floral formula. And you can also be asked to write the floral formula giving some features. Vice versa, it can be asked. Maybe a floral formula will be given and you will be asked to list out the features of the flower. Or else some key points or some terms will be given. You have to frame a floral formula. This one you need to learn by heart because it's fixed for the potato family. Then economic importance. Many plants belonging to this family are source of food. So many food products we get from the members of this family. Tomato, brinjal, potato. Then spices like chili we get from this family. Then medicines, different medicinal plants are also found. Belladonna, ashwagandha. You can see the pictures over there. Belladonna, ashwagandha and all are medicinal plants. Then fumigatory tobacco, which produces fumes, which is, you know, tobacco for what it is being used and how harmful it is. Then ornamentals, means for decorative purposes, like petunia. We used to say Kaulambipu. I don't know whether you're familiar with different colors are there. Violet color, white color, yellow color. So they are used for as ornamental plants for decorating your or beautifying your garden. You can plant these particular, but okay. Then once again, we will see the economic importance. Many of them are source of food. Some are used as spices, and there are many plants with medicinal properties like belladonna and ashwagandha, and tobacco, which is a fumigatory, comes under this family. Then petunia is an ornamental plant belonging to Solanaceae family. Okay. So before that, I just want to show you the floral diagram. So floral diagram we did not check out. So floral formula you have learned. Now let's see the floral diagram. Can you see, all of you? Hope you can see the
Yes,
floral
ma'am.
diagram. So as I told you, in the floral diagram, the different whorls, it will be arranged in order. These different whorls will be arranged in order. Outer will be that of sepals and innermost will be that of gynoecium. So starting with the first one. This one is the, let me take the pen, 1 minute. Okay. So starting with the first one, this is the first whorl, which is calyx. So from the figure you can understand 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 sepals are there and there is no overlapping, just touching each other, but no overlapping. Okay, is that clear? Yes. Then next one, and we learned that they are united. See, these are united. Okay, the 5 sepals are united. Then this indicates the mother axis as well as the symmetry. There you can find the symmetry, radial symmetry. And here, next word, these are petals. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Petals are also united, and you can see these are joined together. The 5 petals are joined together. And the next word is that of stamen. See, these form the stamens, and you can find that the stamens are attached to the petals. They are epipetalous. Okay. Then the next layer is that of gynoecium. You know, it is bicarpellary, and these are fused, and there are 2 chambers, biloculary, or it is having 2 locules. So second chamber, first chamber, and swollen placenta, many ovules are arranged. So majority of the features of that particular flower you get to know from the floral diagram and floral formula. If you know the floral formula, you can draw the floral diagram. And if you know the floral diagram, from that cannot find anybody in the waiting room. Okay. So once again, quickly I will tell you about the floral diagram for the family Solanaceae. The first word indicates calyx, and from the figure you can understand that there are 5 sepals and they are fused together, and this is the position of the mother axis, and you can even find the symmetry is marked over there, radial symmetry. And here you can find the next layer, corolla. If you count, they are 5 in number, no overlapping in sepals as well as petals. So valvate aestivation, but they are united. They are joined together, and you can see the stamens, andrecium, 5 stamens, and stamens attached to petals, and 2 chambers in the ovary you can find. And as we mentioned, there is a swollen placenta and many ovules are arranged on it. So that shows the gynoecium. Okay, since andrecium and gynoecium both are found in the same flower, it's a bisexual flower. So many details you will get from the floral diagram and floral formula. Now, this also we had seen the economic importance. The next one, I'm going to give you a question. You just try to do it yourself. Frame the floral formula. Okay, this is the one. I'll read it. Do it sincerely. As you have understood, you can do. Write the floral formula. It's not any particular families. We need to know whether you have understood how to frame the floral formula. Okay, so what you need to do is you have to write the floral formula based on the features given. Actinomorphic, bisexual, hypogynous flower with 5 united sepals. It is the question which is given at the back of your textbook. 5 united sepals, 5 free petals, 5 free stamens, 2 united carpels with a superior ovary and axile placentation. Definitely in floral formula you can't show axile placentation, but the other features you can write down. But it should be in the same order. First the symmetry, then whether it is unisexual or bisexual, then calyx, corolla, andrecium, gynoecium. In that order you have to write. So I'll give you a few minutes to complete it. Quickly you write. And for the exam, any such question can come. I told no, vice versa. Floral diagram can be given and you can be asked to write down the points. Or floral formula can be given, you will be asked to summarize or list out the points, characteristic features of the floral parts, or it can be asked in the form of a question to frame the floral formula. And once you complete, let me know. Okay, just show me. But it will be in the mirror view. Will it be in the mirror view? Let me see. One of you show. Then I will check. Show. Okay. Okay. Correct. Yes. Then randomly I will see. Sania's is correct. Then Gayatri, just show. Yes. Correct. Then one more I can see. Oh, Michael, you were there. I didn't see you so far. Your camera is working fine now. Oh, your microphone was not working. Michael, are you there? Evelyn, just show me your answer. So today is your sister's day to sit in the kitchen, no? Can't see. Focus it properly. Once again. Just a glimpse I had.
I think there's a light.
I can't see. First of all, there should be light. I can't see like some animals are there. No, okay. Who can see in darkness? I cannot see. Anyway, Steffi, can I see yours? Correct. Okay. Good. So we will check the answer. Let me take the pen. So majority of you have written it correctly. So first we need to write the symmetry. So actinomorphic, we represent it like this, isn't it? Yes, actinomorphic. Then it is mentioned. So this part we have written. So next is bisexual. So bisexual, we represent it like this. Okay. Now third, what we should write, we should mention it is written hypogynous flower. So you should not write about gynoecium there. You have to write about calyx. So K. How many are there? 5. And how are they arranged? United. So you show it in the brackets. And next is 5 free petals. So corolla, 5 are in number. Since they are free, you don't have to put it in brackets. Okay. So calyx is over, corolla is over. What is next? Androecium. So you will write it as A. In androecium, how many stamens? How many stamens?
5.
Are they united or free?
3.
You should not put it in brackets. Then comes carpel. We represent it as gynoecium. How many are there? 2. Are they united?
Yes.
So you should put it in brackets. And one more point is there for us to mention. It is written, it is hypogynous, same point, superior ovary. So how do you represent it? By a line below the letter G. This is the floral formula for the question given. How many of you got it correct? How many of you got it wrong? How many of you got it wrong? Evelyn. Only Evelyn. Be sincere. No, I just want to correct you. Only Evelyn. Evelyn, where did you make the mistake? Unmute and tell me where you made the mistake.
Ma'am, mine was correct.
Okay. Vidur made a mistake? What was your mistake?
I didn't write gynoecium.
Okay. Only that. Remaining up to androecium, it was correct. So all others got it correct. So I think you have got an idea.
Excuse me, ma'am. Ma'am, for axile placentation, what we have to write?
It's just given. Okay, if it is a floral diagram, you can represent it. The arrangement of ovules, a symbolic figure is given. Accordingly, you can arrange it in floral diagram, but in floral formula, you cannot represent. Okay, Anna?
Okay, ma'am. Okay. Thank you, ma'am.
Any doubts, let me know. You can ask in the group also. So thank you, children.
Thank you, ma'am.